Hi all, in this video we show you how to get all the sacred flowers for the shrines in Palia's Elderwood. By making an offering of sacred flowers at each of the 15 Umbraan Shrines hidden in the Elderwood, you not only receive various gifts but also unlock the Paying Respects accomplishment, which comes with a finishing runestone as a reward. What's important to know is that 5 of the 15 shrines require 2 sacred flowers, so you need a total of 20 to complete the accomplishment. By the way, if you need help with the locations for the shrines, check our channel for this video. But let's get started. First, we are going to look at all sacred flowers you can get through quests. One of the main quests, which is called the Nature of Shadows, is given by Subira after completing Nayo's initial quest when entering the Elderwood. Completing this quest will reward you with 1 sacred flower. Another one of the main quests, Something Wicked, is unlocked a bit later down the line when talking to Subira after you have found and helped the mysterious boy in the Elderwood. Once you speak with her at the central stables, the quest updates and you receive 3 sacred flowers. Then there's the first of 3 discovery quests that reward you with sacred flowers. You can get the quest Little Bumble's Pie when reading the letter next to the central shrine in the Elderwood stables. Completing the quest gives you 1 sacred flower. The next discovery quest is called All Quiet on the Umbraan Front. You can get the quest by reading the book that lies close to the shrine in the south of Moe's Way. Completing the quest rewards you with another sacred flower. The third discovery quest is Fit for a Queen Bee, which can be unlocked by opening the beehive in the northwest of Moe's Way in B3. We have confirmed with the developers that this quest is supposed to give you another sacred flower. However, as you will see here, the quest is currently bugged, and the devs have now also confirmed that there is an issue with obtaining all flowers. This also explains why so many players, us included, can't find a total of 20 sacred flowers, even when completing all possible tasks. Now, whether this quest reward will be fixed with one of the coming updates, or if a sacred flower will be compensated in a different way is unclear at this point. We'll make sure to add an update to this video's description, as well as a pinned comment once we have news. Now, beyond the quest rewards, you can also purchase additional sacred flowers at Tamala's potion store at the central stables, or directly from Tamala. However, you can only buy a maximum of 5 sacred flowers, and they cost 350 infected essence each. Another single sacred flower can be obtained by finding a specific treasure chest in the Elderwood. It's located just south of the central stables in F6 and sits behind a stack of crates. Then there are 5 sacred flowers that are scattered throughout the Elderwood and can be picked up as items. The first flower is located at the central stables in G4. If you're standing at the fast travel sign, head east and climb up the wall. The flower sits in a small nook on a tree stump. Another sacred flower can be found in the shallow water of the small pond south of the central stables in F6. The next flower is located in the south at the Fallen Aqueduct in G9. There's a small elevated platform which you can reach by gliding over from one of the larger trees. Moving to the coast in the west and to the Demer dock in B7. There's a sacred flower that sits atop a broken structure out in the water. The last sacred flower that can be found in the world is hidden at the coast in Way in B6. There's a small cave you can either climb up to or glide towards by using the bouncy shroom. I mean, who doesn't love the bouncy shrooms? The next two sacred flowers require a bit more effort as you need to hunt creatures and be a bit patient. You will receive one sacred flower for your first kill of a tier 3 Ogopu anywhere in the Elderwood. That's the Waveback Ogopu, and in its normal form it looks like this. Simply hunt these creatures in their habitat until you find the Waveback type. In our case, we have only ever gotten a sacred flower for our first kill, not other subsequent kills. On that topic, we don't know what happens if you miss to loot the bag that contains the flower. If you get it again later on your next kill or not. If you know, let us know in the comments. By the way, there's also the possibility of a double loot drop if you hunt in a group and if the party buff triggers on that kill. In that case, you get an extra flower. The exact same goes for the awesome Schmoles. You will get a sacred flower for the first kill of a Pixie Schmole. That's the tier 3 variant of the Schmoles. Again, you need to hunt Schmoles until a Pixie Schmole shows up, and it looks like this. What's good to know is that when one is around, you can typically observe one or more of the nearby Schmoles getting an aura-like bubble around them like seen here. So that's a really helpful indicator. As with the Waveback Ogopu, we have so far only gotten a sacred flower on our first kill, no other subsequent kills. Now, this should bring us to a total of 20 sacred flowers. However, as explained earlier, the quest reward for one of the discovery quests is bugged. Unfortunately, we don't know yet when and how this will be fixed, but we'll update the video description and add a pinned comment with information once we do. We also reached out to the developers, so we hope to have a clear answer soon. Finally, as mentioned previously, some players seem to have received an additional flower thanks to the possible double loot chance when hunting in a group. However, this is clearly an exception and would require an insane amount of luck. And that's it for this guide. If you need help with finding all the Umbraan Shrines for the offerings, be sure to check out our other video. And if you'd like to see more content from us, please don't forget to leave a comment, give us a thumbs up, subscribe or become a member of our channel.